Have you ever wondered if you've had a past life as someone really wealthy or maybe even someone who's famous? My name is Tracy and I lead my clients in past life regression, and then we talk to their higher self to get answers to every question they have about their lives. And today my client got to see an interesting past life I want to share. When we came into this past life, my client was a he in that lifetime and saw himself in an old Victorian house with red carpet. He was wearing a top hat, leather shoes, a suit, and carrying a cane because it made him look more expensive, she said. There were pictures of family members all over the walls, and the house was full of possessions. However, he felt very angry in his life. When I asked about a happy or memorable moment, he said there was only one that had ever happened to him, and it was the day he married his wife, and he was incredibly happy. However, he said it didn't last long because he treated her very badly. He was involved with something regarding ships and trading, and work was his entire focus and consumed his life. It was all about money, and making more money. He described himself as being a very nasty person and treating anyone who didn't have money very poorly. He saw them all as being below him. His wife got really tired of living with him and left, which was something that was not common in those days, and it shocked him and angered him beyond belief. When I asked him, did you think you could just treat your wife any way you wanted and she would stay? And he said, yes, I did. He ended up dying in his fancy home, angry and very alone. He had some servants around him as he was dying, and his wife did come back to visit him, and their conversation and time together right before he took his last breath was filled with a tremendous amount of regret from both of them. He was afraid to die because he just wasn't sure what was on the other side. And after his soul left his body, I asked him, where did you go next and what did you do? And he said he stood there frozen by the body and didn't know where to go or what to do. And I see this often happening where a soul can kind of get stuck because they are afraid of what might be on the other side. They're afraid of the unknown. I had some angels come and assist him to the light, and he did leave happily. But the lesson for her in this life was, it's obvious that money cannot buy happiness, and that it can actually consume you if you allow it. He never did anything fun, and he only lived for his work. He would dive into his work at every moment he possibly could. He said this distracted him from having to think about anything or feel anything. So it's obvious just from this story that money is not what we're missing in our lives to bring us wholeness and happiness. It still comes with problems, just maybe different ones.